Okay, so Mark is John Mark. I'm not sure if they actually had surnames back then.
So in Isnad, if you ask me about Isnad of
One of the
Hadith,
Sahaba,
the biography of them is collected like a Sahih Bukhari. He's Sahih because he researched the biographies of the people. Told them if there was anything that's dubious, he didn't take anything from them.
Sure.
And the other thing is the verse you read. I still didn't hear him say he's God.
Okay, well we didn't get to that because then we got into an issue of whether Jesus actually said
I am.
it. So that's another.
Wait. Could you? Okay, so just continue.
I am giving you
Would you
Jesus.
like me to
If you have a moment,
I'll give you Jesus' own word from Matthew chapter 4.
Could you just? I want because
this is
you
Jesus'
haven't
words
convinced
straight.
me yet. So
Because you have
I want him to finish so I can be convinced of it.
The
I
lady's
want to know
allowed
the
to choose who
truth.
she wants
Yeah,
to talk to.
and then you can show me another.
So are we
scripture.
talking now the interpretation of the text or the history of the text?
I want to know the interpretation
Interpretation
first,
of the text.
and then where it comes
Very
from.
good. So I'll just read it again in case we've forgotten. I am, said Jesus, and you'll see the Son of Man sitting at... Sorry, I'll read the verse before. The high priest asked him, are you the Christ, the Son of the Blessed One? I am, said Jesus, and you'll see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One and coming in the clouds of heaven. So there are a few things here. There's I am. I think that's speculative. I'll admit that. Yeah. There's are you the Christ, the Son of the Blessed One? That's quite powerful. In Mark's Gospel, it's not just, there's not sons by the tons, there's not loads of sons. Jesus is the unique Son of God. So he's claiming to be that. He's in a special relationship with the Father that no one else in creation is. Then we have the appeal to Daniel 7 with the Son of Man. We read the Son of Man in Daniel 7. I believe he's, well, let's read Daniel 7. Daniel 7 verses 13 to 14. Bear with me.
Prophet
Mansur's getting ready for you.
But then things go wrong.
Well, most scholars, I think, would say...
So for you, that's like a clear statement of Jesus saying, I'm God.
For me, it's a cumulative effect. It's not just one statement. It's throughout the Gospels, throughout
But why?
the New Testament.
That's how God told us.
Let's assume that the
I'm
verses
going to
I'm
say
bringing...
something about the worship of them.
Okay,
Let's assume the verses I'm bringing are not clear.
they're not.
Okay, let's
that's
fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
So why might Jesus not be fully clear? Let's explore that. I think there are a number of options. Number one, if he's clear from the beginning, comes out to the Jews, says, hey guys, I'm God, he'll get stoned instantly.
But he's God.
No chance.
But he's God.
But we see what happens with the incarnation as God humbles himself.
He got crucified, is that better?
Can you slow down about this one? You're saying the reason he may not have explained may if I'm God then he'll be stoned. Are you saying he was afraid to be stoned?
I'm saying that as we see this, especially in John's Gospel.
No, let's understand this.
Yeah, I got
God
it.
comes on
before his
earth.
time.
Let's understand. God comes on earth
To die, presume.
as a human being in your
At the
belief.
time.
In your belief.
Yeah.
And he's concerned or afraid that he might be stoned to death.
Before his time.
What do you mean before his death?
So-
is he
He's
not God?
though.
Okay, so what happens if someone tries to stone him straight away and he just, stops the stones in the air like the Matrix or something?
Yeah, he's
It breaks
God.
out of the normal paradigm. What we see
But
is
he's all
the normal-
powerful.
Yes, he is. But we see that most of the time Jesus operates like a normal human being. He interacts with people
Because
in a
he
normal way.
was.
He reveals himself subtly.
Because
He
he
uses
was.
mystery. I'm sorry?
Excuse me. This is what's wrong. So if he stopped the stones in midair like Matrix, as you said,
Yeah.
what would be people's reaction? Oh, this is someone amazing, doing something amazing. They would have believed in him doing some miracles.
Not according to the Gospels. According to the Gospels. sorry.
Please. Imagine now, I try to stone you because you made exact claims.
We're gonna
And you stop those stones in midair.
read
stop.
from Matthew.
Please.
Wait.
It's very interesting because the arguments you're actually
Matthew
presenting doesn't
one to
sound to be
Matthew 4 from 1 to
for
7.
I
your
don't know where Matthew is. At the back.
So you have,
Yeah.
we're stoning Richard because he's claiming to be God,
Yeah.
in your example, and you stop the stones in mid-air, and they all get suspended.
I'm only gonna share
Now, what would
Jesus'
we
own
think?
word.
Would we
I
think,
wanna
oh,
hear
you're
this
just a
and then I'll read.
scientist? Because we would know that this is not possible. Just making, we would consider, from our understanding of the realities and our science and our technology, this is not possible. Okay, unless we are told mass deluded. Okay, mass illusion or delusion. So we would then try to listen to you. And if you said, look, I'm God on earth, then you've made your point. But you're saying he was afraid to do this because people would react in what way?
Jesus himself.
Can you listen to this because it's very important, because this is how you need to defend the divinity of your Christ. If you cannot defend it, then why believe in it?
Okay. I mean, this is only one route that I would take.
You can come here and then let them
Okay,
finish.
okay. I'll just say,
yeah,
let me just say, let's get
Okay, but let them finish.
Marlon, please continue.
Yeah, no, let them finish because I want to hear what you
I mean,
say.
in terms of what would have happened, we see in the Gospels Jesus repeatedly does miraculous events. Even his enemies recognize they're miraculous, but they say that it's by the power of the devil. So if Jesus had stopped the stones in the air, they may not have necessarily believed in him. They could have just told the whole of Israel, he's a sorcerer, don't listen to him, shun him on sight.
So you're giving. Look, you need to understand this because you're coming up with something very interesting. So
It's speculative, yeah.
no,
Yeah.
speculative, but very interesting though. You're saying these people are conditioned in a way to believe that this could be an act of sorcery.
At least some of them, yeah.
What? Stopping the stones in mid-air, and you're saying they could just believe this is a sorcery. So are you saying even this kind of miraculous works, walking on water, could be sorcery as well?
From the people Jesus interacts with in the Gospels, absolutely. Because they do ascribe his miracles to the devil.
Right.
So you're saying whatever he does, people will consider him to be a sorcerer.
I'm going to bring
Because I like.
But I'm saying that's maybe why he wanted
gonna give you
to.
this.
We actually see in the Gospels, he doesn't always do miracles. He does miracles when there's
But I
a
want to
reason
know
to do it. Like
if
mercy.
you believe someone's come on earth, God on earth as a human being wants to make people believe that he's God. And yet, whatever he does, people are going to consider
I'm
him
not in chapter.
to be a magician, a sorcerer.
I'm saying there are certain ways where that results might come out more.
read something here.
Yes.
What ways?
So as I said, if they tried to stone him from the very beginning of his ministry and they constantly kept trying to kill him and he constantly stepped stopping the stones, he might have been viewed more and more as a sorcerer, could have detracted from his spiritual and moral message.
Jesus.
At what point would people consider him, this is actually not a sorcerer?
I don't know.
Then was Jesus.
So basically, whatever he does, in fact, whatever he's done, it could be just pure sorcery according to the people.
So you can understand.
But the more miracles and the more overt miracles that aren't done for purposes.
What do you mean overt miracles?
So constantly stopping stones when people are trying to stone him, for example. The more he does, maybe the more that will distract people from the message that he's trying to bring.
His message is his God on earth.
That's not only his message. I mean, his message. He has a moral message. He comes with forgiveness. He's got many messages.
So he doesn't want to tell people he's God on earth. That's not his message.
That's part of his message, but I think a lot of what happens in the Gospels is him showing us who he is, and then maybe
Who is he? It's God on earth. You believe he's God on earth. God who came on earth. So he wouldn't let people know that this is the case?
No.
I think that
When you call it part, this should be a crucial part of it. And yet, he did not make it clear to the people because people consider him a magician, a sorcerer, a prophet, a righteous man.
The Gospel of James says that
He failed
God cannot be tempted with evil.
in actually doing the things he came to tell people.
I mean, I would say to many Christians today testify that we didn't fail, that we did come to believe and recognize
At this time, people believe he was God on earth. Who believed among his people? Did his mother believe he was
You
God on
deny
earth?
it if you want.
I believe so, yes.
What is your evidence?
Go ahead.
So I would say the New Testament portrays the early belief of the Christians as
What is your evidence from the New Testament and your traditions that the mother of Jesus Christ believed he was God on earth, and she actually sincerely worshipped him all her life?
It was God mode.
it is a deduction based upon what I do know. What I do know is that the New Testament teaches us that the early Christians were worshipping Jesus as divine, and because Jesus' mother is spoken of with respect to the New Testament, I would assume that she is a believer, she's portrayed as a believer, therefore I would assume that she worships.
Translation. If I worship my wife, is she God?
Of course not. Doesn't make her God.
Your wife doesn't claim to be God.
This is a translation.
You're now again did not answer the question. You're just saying, oh, the New Testament.
I'm saying it's a deduction.
No, it's a very weak deduction. I'll tell you why it's a weak deduction. The evidence are on the contrary. Whenever we see the mother of Jesus interacting with Jesus, only the few instances that you have in the New Testament, it doesn't show in any way that she recognized him to be God on earth.
Read right on the verse.
So all the passages that you know that talks about
Go
mother
ahead.
of Jesus,
The brother can say what you want to say.
do you find any indication from those passages that she recognized Jesus to be God on earth?
I'm not sure we have any passages where she herself says that. My deduction is
Whatever passages that are
We
there,
can go to
where
James.
Mary, the mother of Jesus, is
We can
interacting
go
with
to
Jesus.
James and read James.
Does it give
okay?
you absolute indication that she recognized him to be God.
Not absolute, no. I'd say a few things in life are absolute.
What is there within those passages that are there, especially in the Gospel, that gives you any indication that she considered him to be God?
So I'm saying the Gospels and I believe Acts as well.
No, you're confusing the issues. I am asking not for the earlier people. I'm asking about Mary,
No, I'm
the
getting
mother
to
of
Mary.
Jesus.
I'm talking about Mary.
Right.
Yeah. The Gospels and I believe Acts as well tell us that Mary kind of, actually, no, Acts does. The Gospels are maybe less clear. Acts seems to tell us that Mary is a believer in her son, in the Christian movement, and from elsewhere in the New Testament we see what the early Christians do. They worship Jesus.
No, believer in the Son as what?
Who is the Lord? It's your God.
As a Christian. And then we have to look elsewhere in the
So
New
you have
Testament
no
to find
indication
that.
to think that she believed him as Hare Krishna. Because, sorry, I have to be very honest. So you have to take the text clearly, right? The text doesn't support you. It doesn't say, Mary, okay. What about all the disciples? How many disciples did he
Your
have?
question.
Do you mean the close circle of the 12 or all
12
his followers?
disciples.
Or?
The 12 disciples of Jesus Christ. Did they categorically recognize him to be God on earth? And they worshipped him? All of them. Without any shadow of doubt.
I would say, I don't know if we have evidence for every single one of them and what they believed, but I think because Paul taught the deity of Christ, Paul seems to be in fellowship with the other apostles. I think from that we can infer what they taught. I can't remember
what
off the top
Paul says. We're talking about the disciples.
I know, but I'm
Paul
talking about
is not a disciple. I'm not interested in Paul's writing. We want to know from all the writings within the New Testament where these disciples are interacting with Jesus Christ and they categorically recognize Jesus Christ to be God on earth and they worshipped him without a shadow of doubt. They have no doubt that he was
What was that?
other than God, that he was God.
No, what was?
I mean, you say without a shadow of doubt. I'm not sure many things in life have without a shadow of a doubt.
Why would they have any doubt that he was God on earth? They are the closest disciples. Jesus came to tell them who he was.
Sure, but I mean, life is full of doubt, and the events surrounding the life.
So God comes along in your belief and he chooses certain close companions and he doesn't reveal to them who he is and they have doubt.
Verse 7.
But as I
Does
said,
that make sense to you?
There's two routes that I can take. Either I can look at passages where it seems Jesus may have proclaimed it more clearly, even if the disciples didn't always understand according to what the Gospels say. But also I find it quite possible, quite plausible, that Jesus would have wanted to gradually reveal himself bit by bit in a way that is manageable, often through his actions as well as through his words, and therefore by the culmination, particularly by the resurrection, that may be when the penny really drops and the disciples fully realise who he is.
Go on.
So there are different hypotheses. I can-
Go on.
Name the disciples and one by one, just tell us how the disciple understood cumulatively that he was God on earth. So basically you're saying after Jesus parted from this life, then they realized he was God. But before that, it wasn't clear to them. So let's talk about before crucifixion. The so-called crucifixion. Before the crucifixion event happened, which I think is an alleged crucifixion. But doesn't matter. In our case, Bible, your Gospels report there was some kind of crucifixion.
I'm just going to say in advance, I'm probably going to leave this conversation in a few minutes' time. If I carry on.
No problem. So now tell us, before that event happened, did they have certainty that this man who they're interacting with is God 100%, no doubt?
Oh, blimey. I don't know. I suspect not. That's the end of my answer. I'm going to let you finish the conversation. So I suspect not. Yeah, that's my answer. Back to you.
Why wasn't it clear?
Oh, I guess I probably should respond to that. Okay, well, I will end, and then you can say what you like. I will end with the answers I made before. The Gospels repeatedly talk about the disciples not being able to understand Jesus. Luke actually talks about a spiritual blindness over the hearts of the Emmaus disciples. So that could be it. Or it could be that he didn't explicitly make himself known, he gradually did it, so that as the resurrection...
Luke was after Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection.
The writing of Luke...
It's post-resurrection, Luke. So you
Yes,
would have known
which
by then.
is a good point, but that's another issue. And that's actually, there's another really interesting question, which is why don't the Christians more explicitly post-date what they believe back into the Gospels? That's fascinating too. So anyway, I've presented different options, I stand by them. I'm going to end it there.
It doesn't sound very, very convincing, is it? Because someone comes, someone who is thinking intellectually, trying to understand the reality.
Why would you?
It's not something very like, oh, someone came and claimed to be like I'm a leader of some kind. You are presenting God comes on earth, interacts with people, and the people are not sure who he is because they haven't got a spiritual clarity in front of them who he is. That is really astounding because you're saying God comes on earth to make people understand who he is, and they don't.
Why would you follow?
You are